because how many of us have gone to a store, probably like a grocery store, one of those home stores, and you're like, oh, I just need a bag to carry the groceries, or I just need a bag to carry the sports equipment, and it fails. It fails all the time.
Yep.
We'll enter DuraSack, because whether you're cleaning up the yard, moving sports equipment, or just doing something like storing beach toys or toys for your kids or grandkids, this bag does it all. And the large one in this pack up, because you get four, two of the large, two of the small, can hold up to 2,000 pounds. I don't even know anyone who can hold 2,000 pounds.
Nobody,
But if you could, the bag would do it and not fail. The small holds up to 1,000 pounds. They are reusable, they're tear and puncture resistant, and here's the best part. At our price, they're about $10 each, which is what you could spend at a store for the one that the handles rip off.
Exactly.
And then now you're left with nothing. So a couple color choices. This is your green pack up. You get two of the small, two of the large in solids and plaids. And then we also have the blue available for you, 250 available in the blue. Here is your red, 700 available in the red, and your final option is the gray. Emily Scott is with us. She brings us great home solutions.
Hey,
it's
nice to see you. Well, these are from the DuraSack company, and we've been making bags for almost 150 years. And they're bags that go on cargo ships and construction sites that hold upwards of 10,000 pounds. So we know how to make these virtually indestructible, puncture resistant, tear resistant. Here's the cool part. They fold down to nothing, the large and the small, when they're not being used. But here's where they become an absolute superhero with semi-rigid sides. I'm not touching the bag. It's holding itself up.
Is this a magic trick?
No, it's DuraSack.
Look at that.
Isn't that great? So, you know, most bags you have to hold up.
Right.
So you only have one hand.
Or you have to get someone
down.
to help you.
And where's that person?
Irritated.
Nowhere.
You're like, can you come help me? And they're like, oh, I gotta get up.
They both have double stitch reinforced handles. I love the tote handles. I use them all the time, but there's also handles on the bottom to make dumping so easy.
And when you think about the capacity and what you'll be able to carry and load these up with, it's possible that you may never fill yours up, but just know that if you need to fill it up, it can handle it.
It can handle it. It won't puncture. It won't tear. So this used to be garden cleanup, right? It used to be bending down, holding the bag, trying to get a stick, trying to jam it in here. It's back.
How are you going to tie that off?
And you're using plastic one time. Now with DuraSack, what you're doing with two hands, you're easily cleaning up. Or if you're pruning, you can stand and prune and throw the trimmings right in the bag.
Because the bag is standing up on its own. And by the way, you get two of the large, that's in the back, two of the small for under $40. So when you look at our price, they're about $10 each. And when you look at the capacity and think about what you're doing, it can handle the tough jobs, like the sticks and the yard equipment and all of that, because they're puncture and tear resistant. But the small soft jobs, like pillows and blankets.
This is an entire queen bedding set. How do you store this in your home? I've got 6 pillows in here. I've got this giant comforter. I've got this beautiful blanket, and I've got 2 more pillows. Oh, and by the way, I have the sheets too. So it's all in there together.
It's like magic. Like as you keep pulling things out, the capacity that you're getting, which by the way, up to 2,000 pounds is what the large can support, and up to 1,000 pounds is what the small can support as well. All of your beach equipment.
All of your beach stuff. This stuff has to be stored off season. So where do you store it? We've got 6 decorative pillows. We've got your towel. Wait till you see this. This is so sharp and pokey, but I don't have to worry about it. It's not going to puncture the bag. I've got my umbrella and a beach mat. But if I want to take this to the ocean and it gets sandy and funky and gross, I wipe it out.
And you're not worried about it.
I don't worry about a thing.
And then we have the groceries, which how many of us have been a victim? I feel like this is like an infomercial. Have you been victimized by the grocery bag, that the handles have torn, or that the bottom has fallen out and now everything's rolling all over the place and it's a disaster?
I know, exactly.
This bag can hold it all.
And we engineered it to the perfect size to fit in your shopping cart. And what about, wouldn't it be great to take one trip in your home?
We are one trip people.
We are one trip people
really,
too.
if we have to hold one bag and have bags on our legs, we're making one trip.
Yeah.
But this makes one trip easy because it is just one bag that you're bringing in and out. Here are your color choices. I want to remind you, you get all 4, 2 of the large, 2 of the small for under $40. This is the green option. We have 1,100 available if you like the green. Here is the blue. 200 left in the blue. Here's your red. 700 there, and then our final option is the gray. We're down to our final 250. This should be jumping into your cart because of the capacity.
Yeah.
They hold 22 gallons. So when you
the
think
small
about
one,
the small one,
22 gallons, the large is 48. These are all nice and folded up. And you know what this is? This is a brick. We have a video. Feel how heavy this brick is and how jagged it is.
It's a real brick, yeah.
We have a video. I don't know if we have it loaded. Wait till you see what we did to try to rip this bag. We dropped tons of bricks. You know, we had to use industrial equipment just to hold it.
Yeah.
Look at the bag. It didn't rip, it didn't tear, and that means the handles too.
Right, because it's hanging from the handles on that equipment. So when you think about, like, you are not loading your bag up, I'm sure, to 2,000 pounds. If you are, call in the cavalry to help you move it, because I don't know if we're moving 2,000 pounds. But knowing that it can handle those big, tough jobs, like the sticks, like if you are maybe moving bricks in your home or things like that. But it's also good for the small jobs, like the groceries, like the beach equipment. This is the bag that you can rely on. It's the bag that doesn't fail.
It will never fail you. And when you're done using it, you wipe it out, you fold it up, you use it again and again and again and again.
And again.
I love it.
And by the way, it stays open on its own.
Yes.
So when you're thinking about, like, maybe unloading the groceries once you get home, it's staying open. When you're putting the sheets and the comforters in the bag to store them for the season, it stays open. The garden, like cleaning the yard, it stays open.
Which means you don't need to hold the bag open. Bags don't hold themselves open.
Right.
Bins do, but bins don't have this kind of capacity. You fold it up, you tuck it away, and when you need to use it, you've got 2 hands making everything you do, every job that you do, easier.
You don't want to miss this one. It's under $40. Make sure you're adding yours to your cart and checking out. We're at about $10 a bag. Emily, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
It
Vanessa.
was nice to see you.
It's always a pleasure.
See you later. We have more shopping to do, and coming up in just a little while,